Welcome to Disturbingly Cheap Reviews. This week we face the inevitable force that I knew I could not avoid forever, with our first look at Steven Seagal. Depending on who you are, Seagal is either a respected action movie legend with his brash Aikido style, or an over-the-hill hack who probably triples the stunt double budget of every movie he's in. A majority of the time, it seems as if the movies are designed to read, Steven Seagal is. Personally, I believe that any movie he stars in that doesn't have the is possibility is horrible. I'm looking at you, Ticker. As for today, we take a look at a movie not only starring Seagal, but wrote by him too. It seems that Steven Seagal is born to raise hell. And oh, what an experience this movie truly is for those who dare turn it on. I feel as if I've learned even more about Steven Seagal, such as he thought a witty comeback for someone being short on cash was to have a character say, "Midgets are a little short. Money should never be." That line is real. It exists. Of course, there's also the scene where one of the characters lets us know just how awesome Steven Seagal's character is, and how everyone wishes they could be just like him. The only thing more eye-rolling than that is Seagal's never-ending potty mouth. I'm not sure he harshly whispered more than 2 lines at a time without slipping in some form of profanity. Anyway, does it sound like I'm avoiding the story? There could be a good reason for that, as this movie bounces around like Winnie the Pooh's good friend Tigger after downing a 6-pack of Red Bull. Seagal plays, of course, the super tough American cop come to help out the regular tough European cops against the mixture of super and regular tough drug dealers. We have 2 main baddies in this movie. The one who is obviously supposed to be the gray area guy because he just wants to take care of his family, and the other one who is such a bad guy that he could have feuded with Hulk Hogan in the WWF during the mid-80s. Seriously, every time this guy is on screen, it is to enforce and then reinforce that he is the evilest thing around. So what have I said so far? It's disjointed. The script has occasional verbal insanity. Seagal is playing the same guy he always plays. Cliches are abound. Yeah, that's about right. The fight scenes are what you would expect. Plenty of Seagal close-ups with hidden but obvious stunt doubles when aggressive movements are needed. The camera enjoys a good shake to help try and disguise this, and Seagal mumbles his trademark whisper to smack-talk his victims along the way. The grade? Well, if you're a Seagal fan, this video is useless. You've probably already seen the thing by now and decided that my opinion is wrong by the tone I've taken. And if you're a normal person, perhaps looking for a riffable movie, then this is not for you. It's just not very good. There may be a few unintentional laughs, but nothing worth putting your money down for. I suppose if you want a challenge, this would be it. But for me, I'm giving it a D, and I'm never looking back. Well, that is until I look back for the next part where I give you spoilers. Speaking of those, here they come. So our super evil bad guy starts off the movie by invading a house with his lackeys, killing a husband before raping a wife. Afterwards, he then shoots the wife. I'm surprised they didn't follow this up by him going through their mail, finding a donation check to cancer research, and then pocketing it, before kicking a puppy on the way out. Maybe that was in the first draft. The movie starts with 3 minutes of women dancing and money being put in counting machines. Then the opening voiceover tells us that Steven's partner was killed and he's looking for vengeance. And this may be some backseat script writing, but I'd think seeing his partner killed would be more enticing than a completely useless montage of scantily clad women and money counting. Anyway, to completely simplify this 90-minute movie, the idea is that Seagal's team busts a small-time guy. That guy rolls over on both bad guys. Seagal muscles around gray area bad guy. Gray area bad guy gets mad at super evil bad guy. Super evil bad guy decides the best way to respond to this is raping gray area bad guy's wife and killing his son. This, however, doesn't work because gray area bad guy sends his bodyguards to intercede. The wife still dies though. So gray area bad guy goes to Seagal and becomes gray area good guy, who helps Seagal bend the rules to wipe out super evil bad guy's crew. Seagal's new police partner, who has a pregnant wife and might as well be 3 days from retirement, bites a bullet from super evil bad guy. Seagal hand-to-hand murders murder super evil bad guy because he's the best, and the best way to punish a man that evil is to beat him up for a couple minutes and then shoot him in the head. Seagal lets gray area good guy go, encouraging him to take care of his son. The end. Oh wait, somewhere in the middle of all that, Steven Seagal has a sex scene with a girl at least 20 years younger than him. Yes, that happens on screen for people to see. For people to see. I mean, there is an insane amount of stuff I left out, but that's it in a nutshell. I don't suggest watching it, especially the sex scene. Even though Seagal apparently has mastered the art of having sex with clothes on, it's still disturbingly creepy. As we all know, the only thing that needs to be disturbing around here is my cheap reviews. So until next time, midgets are a little short, but money should never be.